Hello guys and welcome back. So today we are doing another video and it is on a Fnaf tire list. So today we are going to be voting Fnaf characters and maybe even more. So let's get into it. So this is going to be a long video, but let's go ahead and get into it. So Mangle is the first one, so let's vote her. Now, this one, unlike all the other ones, is probably my least favorite one because Mangle is just, Mangle is not my favorite because Mangle just is broken and I don't like her being broken. So I have to move her over to D. Now let's vote for BB. BB, on the other hand, is more better than any other the Fnaf characters. So I have to put it at A because he's unique. JJ was never really in a Fnaf game, but JJ is also pretty unique. So that I have to put, and actually let's put BB there too. So let's do Withered Freddy. Withered Freddy is probably, well, my favorite in FNAF 2 as well. Because unlike the rest of the Withereds, Withered Freddy has a unique thing. Because he comes into your office, he puts his hand on the fan, which no other animatronic character does. So I have to put him at A, but I'm not going to rank him at S because he's just not my most favorite. Withered Bonnie, I have to rank him at C because Withered Bonnie is just not my favorite. Withered Bonnie, on the other hand, is not my favorite because he's lost his face, he's lost his arm, so I have to rank him. Oh, sorry guys. I have to rank them at C. Withered Chica, on the other hand, is actually pretty unique. For her jaw to be so down like that, I have to rank her at A because her jaw is very, very unique. Withered Foxy, on the other hand, his sprint is pretty good. But the rest of himself, I just have to rank him at C as well. Unlike the rest of the Withereds, Withered Freddy is not my favorite because unlike the rest of them, Withered Freddy just, I know a lot of people do like Withered Freddy because he's a resemblance to Fredbear and Golden Freddy as well as Withered Golden Freddy, and I don't know why I said Freddy. But unlike the rest of the Withereds, he just ain't my favorite. He's my least favorite because his jump scare, it is pretty good. It's pretty cool to see his face come out. But there's no other animations but his face. They could have added like something else. So that's why I have to rank him at D. Marionette is also pretty unique though. She has, I don't think she has a gender. But Marionette is actually pretty cool because Marionette is very different. So I have to rank them at A, or rank her at A. Springtrap is my least favorite because Springtrap just does not stand out like the rest of them. Springtrap is, yes, from Fredbear's Family Diner, but he doesn't stand out much. All the other ones have at least a purpose for standing out, but Springtrap, I have to rank him at C because he does not stand out very much. Now, it is cool to see his face, but the rest of him, yeah, no. Let's see, though. Freddy. Freddy is probably my most favorite in FNAF 1 because Freddy is not like any of the other FNAF 1 characters. He's more unique because when you see him in the cameras, in the last camera at the door, he's very, very unique of how he stands in the camera. His camera pose is actually pretty cool because he puts his hand on the camera and stuff like that. So I have to rank him at A. Or, no, at S. Let's see. So Phantom Freddy. I do have to vote him at A because he is actually pretty cool. Like the Freddy version of him. So we're going to rank him at A. Now BB, Phantom BB. On the other hand, BB was a unique model, as well as JJ. But Phantom BB just didn't stand out to me. He didn't, like, have a real jump scare. I know none of the Phantoms do, but he just didn't make out anything. He didn't stand out very much to the game of FNAF 3, so I have to rank him at C. Phantom Chica, well, in the first game of FNAF 1, Chica always standed out more. She standed out in a unique way, but Phantom Chica just didn't stand out very, very much. Now, that is a unique model, but I just didn't like the way she was textured, so I have to rank her at D. Now let's move on to the Phantom Marionette. On the other hand, Marionette was very, very unique, but the Phantom version of her just didn't have a very good jump scare. Like, it wasn't as unique. Her jump scare was cool and all, but I just didn't like it how they put it in a jump scare where she would go in your face like that. So I have to rank her at C. Now, Phantom Mangle, the regular Mangle version just didn't stand out so good. But Phantom Mangle was kind of my favorite. So I have to rank her at B because she did stand out more than Phantom BB. Now I know Phantom BB and Mangle have the same jump scare, but yeah. Phantom Foxy, well, the regular version of Foxy and the withered version was pretty cool, but I just didn't like this Phantom Foxy. I didn't like him because he stands on top of the box, and I just didn't like that, how he just flies at you. Now I know he is made to fly, but I gotta rank him at D. Nightmare Freddy was probably one of my most favorites because he was very unique. Because he standed out. Withered Freddy had those freckles that I don't think any other animatronic had an ability for that. Nightmare Freddy had freckles that was never invented until FNAF 4, so I have to rank him at S. Nightmare Bonnie just didn't stand out to me. He didn't make a good animatronic. Scott Calden, I know, did put a lot of work, and I do give him credit for that. But Nightmare Bonnie just wasn't my favorite. He wasn't my favorite FNAF character because he just didn't stand out very, very well. He just didn't make a good animatronic. So I have to rank him at D. Now, Nightmare Chica was actually probably one of my favorites. Unlike the rest of them, Nightmare Chica had a really cool feature that none of the other nightmares had. She had a Nightmare Cupcake, which she did have a cupcake in FNAF 1, but she stands out more. So I have to rank her at A. Nightmare Foxy, on the other hand, was a little disappointing in FNAF 4 because he didn't run at you or do anything. Now, he did fly at you, but he didn't run like the other ones did. He stood in the closet. I just didn't like him. So, I'm going to have to rank him at B. But his animatronic character is really good. Now, Bonnie, I gotta say, Bonnie was probably pretty cool. In a lot of ways, Bonnie was awesome. Now, Bonnie did not, stand out very, very much. as all the other ones in FNAF 1, but I do have to rank her at a B because she was pretty cool in her model and details. Nightmare Fredbear, though, of course, nobody got to see a game of Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. But Nightmare Fredbear was probably one of my favorites, so I gotta rank him at S, because he standed out more. But Nightmare, on the other hand, just was disappointing. I like that he had invisibility powers, but in Ultimate Custom Night, you could only see their eyes. That's why I rank them at a D. Plush Trap. Now, Plush Trap was a little different than all the other characters in FNAF, because he's kind of like Springtrap. But Plush Trap is a little different, and he's in a unique model because you have to stay in the room and watch him. So I gotta rank him at an A. Now, how about Jack-O-Bonnie? Jack-O-Bonnie, on the other hand, I gotta rank him at a B. Because Jack-O-Bonnie was probably one of my favorites, but not as much. Now let's move on to Jacko-Chica. Jacko-Chica, on the other hand, I have to say Jacko-Chica is probably going to be ranked at a S. Because Jacko-Chica, unlike Jack-O-Bonnie, Jacko-Chica had another unique feature like Nightmare Chica, except this time there was a Halloween pumpkin on her hand instead of a cupcake. That's what was so unique. And Nightmare Mangle, on the other hand, the Phantom version of Mangle was cool, but Nightmare Mangle just didn't stand out to me. So I have to rank them at a C. Now, Nightmare Yawn. Nightmare Yawn, unlike all the other characters, was not really my most favorite because he in VR he would have to shine the flashlight on his things, and in Ultimate Custom Night you'd have to put the light on something else or put your mouse cursor away from him. So I gotta rank him at a D. Now what about Nightmare BB? Unlike BB, Nightmare BB standed out more. Nightmare BB made a great animatronic, so I have to rank him at S. Now what about Old Man Consequences? Old Man Consequences was not my most favorite, because in Ultimate Custom Night, he just didn't stand out much. So I have to rank him at a C. Now what about Endo 1, or Adventure Endo 1? Well, he's got to be ranked at AA. Now how about Chica? Chica, unlike the Phantom version and the Wither version, Chica just didn't stand out to me. For that reason, I do like her model and character, but the part where she jump scare you and stuff, she just didn't stand out. So I rank her at a C. Now how about Candy Cadet? Candy Cadet was probably one of my most favorites. I know he wasn't included in FNAF games except for Ultimate Custom Night, but he was a unique and FNAF Pizzeria Simulator, FNAF 6. But he just standed out to me, and he was a whole lot better, so I have to rank him at an S. What about Circus Baby? Unlike the rest of the FNAF sister location animatronics, she was one of my most least favorites because she didn't stand out as much. She didn't make a good animatronic because she helped you, and she just didn't have a jump scare, so I have to rank her at a D. Now what about Ballora? Ballora on the other hand, was pretty exciting. Also, Circus Baby did have a jump scare, or not a jump scare, but she did kill you at one point in Sister Location. But besides that, that was her only thing that she did very, very much. Now, what about Ballora? Ballora was a unique feature because she danced, she could sing. So I have to rank her at an A. Now, what about Funtime Foxy, you may be asking? Funtime Foxy, I have to say, Funtime Foxy did stand out the least because Funtime Foxy just didn't make a good animatronic. Funtime Foxy just didn't stand out very, very much and stuff like that. So I have to rank her at a D. And it does not have any gender because it can switch voices. How about Funtime Freddy? Well, Funtime Freddy, unlike all of the other ones, was a unique feature because he also had the hand puppet of Bon Bon. So I gotta rank him at an A. And also there was a beta version of him as well. That's what's so unique. Now Bon Bon was probably one of my least favorites because Bon Bon did not have a real jump scare except for the custom night of Sister Location. So I gotta say probably a C. Now Ennard was probably my least favorite because he did not stand out very, very much in Sister Location except for the part where you get stuck in it. So got to be at a D. Now what about what are these things called? Like the Bitty Babs? Yeah, the Bitty Babs. The Bitty Babs were probably my least favorite because they were just not included very much except for in the custom night. So let's put them at a C. Minarinas? Unlike Ballora, Minarina just didn't stand out either. So I have to put them at a D. Now what about Lawbit? Lawbit was probably one of the most unique characters that they could add to Sister Location. So I gotta rank Lawbit at a S. Now what about Foxy on the other hand? Well, Foxy was actually pretty good. Foxy was well, unlike Wizard Foxy in the Phantom version and the Nightmare version of him, but Foxy was not the bestest. Scott Cawthon could have made a better jump scare than him just running and like coming in and then jump scaring you. He could have made like a better jump scare, so let's put him at a D. Now how about Electrobab? Electrobab standed out more than Bitty Bab. So I have to rank him at an A. Now what about Yendo? Yendo was not my favorite. He is a version of Funtime Freddy, but he just wasn't my favorite. So he's got to be ranked at a B. Now what about Bonnet? Unlike Bon Bon, and I know Bonnet and Bon Bon were the same, but Bonnet just didn't have an animatronic where he was put on a hand puppet. So I gotta rank him at a D, or her at a D. Now how about Trash in the Gang? Well, they didn't stand out much either. They didn't even have a real jump scare in Ultimate Custom Night, so we're gonna rank them at a C. But overall, I do like their character stuff. And also, Trash in the Game was included in Fnaf Pizzeria Simulator, but not very much. Now, how about Helpy? Helpy, unlike all of the other characters, was very small, and that's why I rank him at an S. Now, what about Happy Frog? I have to say that Happy Frog was my least favorite. Happy Frog did not stand out. Happy Frog just did not have a good voice. So unlike all of the other ones, Happy Frog is gonna have to be placed at a B. Now, how about Mr. Hippo? Mr. Hippo was not the bestest character. Now, in Ultimate Custom Night, he did have a whole lot of stories, but that did take a whole lot of time. So he's gonna be ranked at a B as well. But his overall character model was very, very good. Now, how about Pig Patch? Pig Patch was not my favorite. Pig Patch was also not my favorite. But he's very, very, he just wasn't my favorite at all. Because Pig Patch just didn't stand out to me or anything like that. So he's got to be ranked at a D. Now, how about Ned Bear? Ned Bear, on the other hand, was actually pretty good model. So, A. How about Orbital Elephant? Orbital Elephant was a good design, but I didn't like his ears. His ears were just way too big. His voice, though, was not the best, so we're gonna have to rank him at a C. Now, how about Golden Freddy? Golden Freddy, unlike Withered, Golden Freddy was probably one of my bestest favorites, although he did not stand out in Fnaf 1 unless you put 1983 in there or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But we'll rank him at a B. Now, how about Funtime Freddy? Unlike all the other ones in FNAF 6 Pizzeria Simulator, he standed out pretty good. So I have to rank him at a B as well. Now, what about that's Rockstar. How about Rockstar Bonnie? Rockstar Bonnie was probably my favorite as well because he had a good voice. So we'll rank him at a B. How about Rockstar Chica? Rockstar Chica was not my favorite because they did not include the cupcake, and they just added like those little shaky things. I feel like Scott Cawthon could have added more to her than just that. So I have to place her at a C. Now, what about Rockstar Foxy? Rockstar Foxy was probably the most favorite out of the FNAF 6 characters because he had a parrot and he had a I forgot what you call it, or a piglet, something like that. But yeah, so let's put him at an S. Now, what about Music Man? Music Man was pretty interesting because Music Man just standed out more to me than any of the other ones. So we're gonna rank him at an A. Now, how about what's his name? I can't remember his name. I can't remember, sorry guys, but let's rank him. I think his name was L-Chip, okay. L-Chip, I got to place at a C. Because I liked him. He was, and a B. I liked his overall model, but his voice, he didn't stand out. He didn't have a jump scare or anything like that. Funtime Chica, how about her? Funtime Chica was not standing out good either. Funtime Chica should have been better. Funtime Chica should have at least added like a jump scare and not all this kissy stuff. So unlike all the other ones, let's place him at a C, or her at a C. How about Molten Freddy? He's kind of like Innard, but I have to place him at a B because Molten Freddy just had so many wires like Innard, and it was really a good model. Scrap Trap was just like Spring Trap. So Scrap Trap should be placed at a C. And yeah. How about Scrap Baby? Scrap Baby should be placed at a B, because Scrap Baby was actually pretty good. Unlike Circus Baby's model, Scrap Baby just standed out more to me. She had more features. How about Lefty? Lefty had the marionette inside of him, so I gotta place him at an A. Now, how about the Phone Guy, which was an Ultimate Custom Night? Not really, because Phone Guy was just my least favorite, because he just didn't stand out very, very much. So I have to place him at a D. Now, what about what's her name? Dee Dee. How about Dee Dee? So Dee Dee, unlike all the other ones, Dee Dee was actually pretty cool. So Dee Dee was included in the Ultimate Custom Night. Now, how about Shadow Bonnie? Shadow Bonnie didn't stand out much in FNAF 2, so it actually didn't stand out at all. Shadow Freddy? Let's place him at an A. Even though he didn't stand out, he was actually a pretty cool model. More better than Shadow Bonnie, because he actually had like some colors to him, unlike Shadow Bonnie just had black colors. Now, how about Fredbear? Fredbear was Fredbear actually was better. So let's add him at an S. How about Spring Bonnie? The same. Sorry guys. The same. Spring Bonnie is at the same. Now, how about Atom Dude? Atom Dude is kind of like Scott Cawthon, but just not my favorite. Now, I know he was included in FNAF World, but just was not my favorite. So let's place them at a C. Now, how about Mr. Chipper, which was included in FNAF World? Well, we can place him at an A because his overall model was not an animatronic. That's what I like about Mr. Chipper. How about Toy Freddy? Toy Freddy was a really, not a really good detailed model. Although his animatronic version, they really did a good job, or Scott Cawthon did. That's why I have to place him at a B. How about Toy Bonnie? Toy Bonnie, it just didn't stand out to me. Toy Bonnie, just didn't make the best of it. So, because his overall model is really good, but I just feel like he could have had, had more details. So, let's add him at a D. How about Toy Chica? Toy Chica, on the other hand, was actually pretty better. A lot of people, a lot of videos I see is that every FNAF animatronic in a nutshell, explaining them. Well, a lot of the nutshell videos just say that it was a mistake, but I actually like her. She gets placed at an S. And that is it. And just so you know, guys, if you like a certain character that I don't, then you don't have to take my overall thing. You can just go with your own route. Yeah, you can go with your own route. Yeah. Yeah, so Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, then please leave a like. And just remember that my rankings and you guys' rankings may be different. But you don't have to go with my rankings if you don't like that some character. Now, sometimes some of the characters that I may think are low, just you guys go with your own stuff. But I'm just ranking them to see what you guys think of it. And if you guys want to leave any comments relating to this or anything relating to FNAF, then please let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. And also know this, I'm not going to be uploading, if you guys haven't noticed already, I haven't uploaded any videos for the last few days because I've been really busy. Today is the only day that I could. Tomorrow I doubt I will. And the rest of the weekend I'll be able to, and for the rest. But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, then please do leave a like. If you want more content, then hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get instant access to any of my new videos that I upload, then hit that bell icon. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.